Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be looking at a band I'm not familiar with. I'm going to be looking at a band called Black Moon Mother. Now this came up I think in my suggested feed a little while ago, and it's been sitting on my computer waiting for me to look at it for quite some time, and I'm finally going to get around to it today. Now, like I said, I've not heard of the band before, and as is my norm I try and do some investigating of who the band is, and I couldn't really find much information. All I can find is that Black Moon Mother is a band based in Nashville, Tennessee, fronted by singer-songwriter Brianne O'Neill. Black Moon Mother is for the witch-curious and dark-hearted, fed with the energy of that what is and what will be. I have no idea what that means. It gives me no indication as to what kind of music it is. Given that it says witch curious and dark hearted, I'm gonna say it's probably some sort of pagan metal, possibly erring on the side of black metal. Could be mistaken, it could be folk metal for all I know. I've got no actual idea, because looking at the album covers, one of them looks very sort of hippie-ish, with a lady laying down in amongst a whole bunch of colourful flowers and a very sort of old sort of 70s font for the name of the band. And then there's another one which looks like it's pictures of the horoscope on a black background with stars and stuff in it. And then there's another one of just a woman in shadow draped in very fine red cloth. So I really couldn't even hazard a guess as to what style of music it is. Now I'm going to be looking at a track called Echoes of the Universe. Now this song is just over 7 minutes long, I think. I have some lyrics here which I'm hoping are going to be accurate. Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect going into this, so we'll just jump into it and see what we've got. So Echoes of the Universe by Black Moon Mother. Let's have a look. Interesting. Echoes of the Universe by Black Moon Mother. A very intriguing piece of metal. I mean, well, I say metal, I mean, it's quite hard to define exactly what that was. I mean, music-wise, it had a sort of slow, chuggy sort of progression through it. And, you know, it had hints of doom metal in there, which, as we all know, I am a huge fan of. It definitely had some sort of pagan/Wiccan undertones in the actual lyrics and the performance in the video. But there were sort of hints of Middle Eastern sort of themes in the music. You know, they weren't very strong, you know, but in the sort of rhythms of certain parts of the music, it had a very sort of Middle Eastern vibe to it. Very intriguing, very interesting. I quite liked it. It makes me want to find out more. I want to know more about the band as a whole. I mean, it just says that it's like fronted by the singer-songwriter. Now, is she like, is this a solo project with session musicians? Or is there a greater band behind this? Does she do all the instrumentation herself? You know, I want to know more, and you know, I want to hear more, because I'm intrigued to see where else this goes. Because, like I said, throughout most of the song, it was sort of very sort of reserved. It was very minimalist, really, in its music. You know, there was like the guitar, but it wasn't like intrusive. You know, it was just sort of there, sort of keeping the rhythm. There was a little bit of drums. There was some ethereal sort of synth work in the background, you know, and occasionally it did drop into something heavy, but those heavy sections didn't really last very long. So I'm curious as to other music of theirs. You know, is there other heavier, faster paced songs? Is it all like this? Is there more sort of folk elements in other songs? You know, because one could argue there is maybe some sort of folk elements to this. No, I mean, not necessarily folk elements, but maybe some sort of inspiration there. So it's quite an interesting concept to me, and you know, I need to find out more. So if anybody actually knows more about this band, could you please let me know? Because, like I said, I had a look around, but I couldn't really find much information. Now, as I said, the actual song itself does seem to have a fair bit of sort of pagan/Wiccan undertones, especially in the lyrics. You know, in the video, you know, there was obviously her dancing in the forest at night, you know, and there was the whole thing with the antlers and the skull of this deer or whatever it might have been. You know, so there were sort of hints of it there. But the actual lyrics itself, you know, echoes of the universe, it seems to be saying, like, just sort of stand there and listen to what the universe is telling you. You know, become one with nature, become one with the universe, you know, and obviously Wicca, paganism stuff, it's all about, you know, nature, that sort of thing. So there is that sort of hint to it there. And I mean, that's all that the song seems to be sort of saying. It's like, just stand, listen to what the universe is telling you, become part of the universe, become one with the universe, sort of thing. That's what it seems to suggest to me, anyway. Because it goes, echoes of the universe ringing in our ears. Can you hear it? Will it remain a mystery, or will you see? Deep in the dark is who we are. Echoes of the universe. So there, you know, echoes of the universe ringing in our ears. Can you hear it? Can you hear what the universe is telling you? You know, can you hear the sound, the resonance of the universe? You know, will it remain a mystery, or will you see? So, you know, it's like, if you don't sort of pay attention, if you don't listen, if you don't try and understand the universe, the whole thing will just remain a mystery to you. You know, or will you be open-minded? Will you allow the universe into yourself so you can discover the truth behind what is? You know, and that's basically what was said in the description. You know, it's fed on the energy of what is and what will always be. You know, so, you know, deep in the dark is who we are. I mean, that could be suggested, you know, like, we are in the dark, essentially. We don't fully understand the universe that we find ourselves in. I mean, that could be what that means. You know, we don't have a deeper understanding of what the universe is. We don't have a deeper understanding of how it came to be. I mean, it wasn't some magical skyman, obviously. But, you know, if you just sit there, quiet your mind and listen, and let sort of nature sort of enshroud you, you know, you might get a deeper understanding of the world that we live in. Could be what it's saying. Shimmering so far away, what do you say? Are you alive and well, or did you die today? Out of range, how strange, ear to earth, echoes of the universe. So, are you alive or well, or did you die today? But out of range, how strange, ear to earth. So again, that's listening to the earth, listening to the nature around, you know, letting nature sort of come into you, let it, you know, absorbing nature, as it were, to become one with the world, with the universe, etc. Echoes of the universe. Tune your mind to the hum of all, the static wheel. It's there you'll find the moan of life, infernal light. Echoes ring out, can you hear it? Can you hear it? Echoes of the universe. And that's it for the lyrics. You know, like I said, the song's over 7 minutes long, but lyric-wise it's actually quite short and really quite simple. So it says there, tune your mind to the hum of all. Again, that's sort of, again, becoming one with nature, just sitting there listening to what the universe is telling you, listening to everything around you. You know, trying to understand the world, the universe as a whole. It's there you'll find the moan of life. Again, you know, if you sit there and you concentrate on it, if you pay attention to it, if you listen, you know, you'll find the truth of existence, you'll find the truth of the universe, etc., that sort of thing. So, like I said, the song basically seems to be about being at one with nature, being at one with the universe, and trying to get a deeper understanding of our place in the universe, essentially. So yeah, I mean, like I said, lyrically it's really quite simple, but it's effective, and it sounded good. You know, she had a good voice, you know, she performed it really well. I'm curious if she does any other vocal styles as well. You know, I said before, you know, musical style, you know, do they do any heavier tracks, you know, because there was hints of heavy elements in this song. You know, are there more sedate folk-like songs? You know, there's that element, but vocally, does she do anything different in other tracks? I don't know. You know, there was also hints towards the end of the track that she had a much more powerful voice than, you know, was shown in this song. You know, her voice in this song was quite calm, quite soothing. But right towards the end, there was just that little hint that there was a bit of power in her vocal ability. Does that get demonstrated more in other tracks? I'd really like to find out. I'm very curious. But for the most part, I like that. I like it. I think it's very good. Like I said, it's intrigued me to find out more about the band. But like I said, there's precious little information out there. So yeah, if anybody can provide me with any additional information, that would be really helpful. But I really don't know what else I can say on that, so I'll leave that as it is. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and a subscribe if you haven't already, because it really does help the channel out. You know, as it is at the moment, barely 2% of people watching my videos are actually subscribed, and that's a little bit disheartening. You know, I've been doing this for about 6 years now, and you know, I've put a lot of time and effort into making these videos. You know, I've made close to 800 videos, I think. You know, I put a lot of time and effort into making them, recording them, editing them and whatnot, and you know, I'm uploading them to YouTube and people just aren't watching them. They're not getting suggested to people because people aren't liking and subscribing, so they're not coming up in the suggestion feeds for people. And that's a little bit disheartening, you know, because like I said, I've put a lot of time into this. Like, I've been doing this for 6 years. So, you know, if you could like and subscribe, you know, it really does help me out. You know, it doesn't cost you anything. It takes a fraction of a second, and it does make all the difference. But that's all I've got for you today. Thank you all very much for listening. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.